Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Head.
And this is our review of the NECA Ultimate Universal Monsters Creature from the Black Lagoon action figure. And there's the box with a nice old movie poster picture. There's a nice picture on the side of the figure. Some more pictures on the back. Another picture on the side. You open up, and there he is floating around underwater. And there he is in that package. Oh, let's get him out. Alright, so there he is, opened up. He's got some nice variation colored on him. Like the gold and everything. Looks pretty good. His first thoughts. And this part looks kind of standouty. But he comes with two alternate heads. This one's mouth closed, mouth sort of open, mouth really open. And then he's got 6 extra hands, but we'll go over them, but a lot of them are kind of the same looking. Still, it's cool to finally get this one. This is one I've been waiting on because I really like I think out of the Universal Monster movies, the main ones, that was my favorite, was Creature from Black Lagoon. It seemed to be the most well done, in my opinion. The movie is my favorite of the movies, but he's not my favorite of the monsters. I feel like Dracula and Frankenstein better than the creature. It's just that the actual movie I liked better, but he was still cool. I was hoping to get this review up early, but not as early as I wanted, because my local store, I got the message that they got it in, but they closed before I got off work, and then they were out of town for like 5 or 6 days straight. And then when they were open again, I was at work, so it was hard to get them. So I could have had this review up like a week ago, maybe, but oh well. Got them now.
I waited a couple extra days because of me too, because my work schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking really good. I really like the layers and the way they put the gold on each little layer.
Kind of like scales, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, it's like he has scales on the bigger scales. I don't know what you'd call that. But I guess we look at these hands just because we're mentioning how similar some of these hands are. Like all 3 of these are very close. It's just like these 2, it seems to be they're the same, except this fingers are spread out a little more.
And the thumb's straighter.
Yeah. And then this one's pretty similar, except that the fingers are slightly bent. And then this is the hand that's really different.
Yeah, I like those hands.
Yeah,
they're pretty cool.
And I'm guessing these little variations are probably from specific scenes in the movie where he's doing something with his hand. But the heads are different.
Those red lips.
Yeah.
Just make him look perverted.
A little bit.
Gross pervert.
His mouth slightly open, and then really wide. But here's a look at his face. He's got some nice, beautiful blue eyes. I'm not sure if they're actually blue. I mean, the movie is black and white, so I don't know if they just kind of guessed or just went off of the movie posters probably to figure out what color he's supposed to be with his eyes and things like that.
He reminds me of those, like, blue-eyed horses that look like they're possessed by Victorian children's souls.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. But like his gills look like sideburns. The detail on the scales, like the little tiny scales, is real nice. Reminds me of the Ninja Turtles detail.
Mm-hmm. A lot of texture.
And the fins here. Lots of texture in there too. Really good. Like the bones you can see in the hands and the feet. I want to compare him to the Diamond Select creature because I really like this one. And I just kind of was wondering if NECA could beat it. And I think they do. I think NECA's is better. But there are still some things I like about this one. Like Really, I was thinking I like the color better, maybe a little better on this one, but still, I kind of like it in between them, maybe. Because this one's almost too yellow.
He's almost kind of a dookie color.
Yeah. This one's so dark. Now, maybe NECA is just completely accurate, I don't know, but I think if I just was able to pick, I would want them to be a color kind of in between these two.
Yeah, I asked before we started recording, I asked what color he was supposed to be, because I mean it's a black and white movie, but don't know.
Yeah. Well, other than the movie posters.
Yeah, but I mean those are paintings, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Well, you can see the eyes are a different color. They are not blue at all on the Diamond Select one. But the sculpt on the Diamond Select one's pretty good too. There's a lot of scale detail. Even the fins aren't too bad, but NECA's are definitely a little better on the fins.
The hands are better on the new one.
Yeah. And the feet.
But I think I actually like the face on the old one better.
Yeah, I do kind of like that old one. I don't think it's as accurate, but I do kind of like it. Because this one's kind of got the girly lips.
Yeah, those lips. They're so weird.
Yeah, they didn't even put the upper lip color on this one. Maybe, I don't know if they forgot or just thought it looked too weird and didn't do it. But they both have a lot of articulation. So maybe we'll look at that in the articulation section. So here's the old Diamond Select creature from Black Lagoon. You can see they went a little crazier with the colors, with the yellow. Face doesn't look as accurate, and there's way less articulation on this one. The legs don't really move at all, but still decent. They made them really shiny, which I guess makes sense for the scales and everything like a fish. But he also came with the woman from the movie. She doesn't really move or anything, but it's a cool little prop. And I think it actually works a little better with the NECA one because I think she's a little too big for the one she came with. But it's probably the scale's probably a little better with the NECA. And here he is next to Shotzi Blackheart from WWE. She's a huge horror fan, and from what I've seen, I think Creature from the Black Lagoon is her favorite Universal monster. She's worn a mask of the Creature from the Black Lagoon a lot of times. So I thought it'd be cool to put them together. So there he is with the middle open-to-mouth head and also the alternate hands. They're kind of doing something. It looks like he's pointing like Dracula. Like,
You can't come to the fishy party.
Yeah, I do really like them hands. I like the way the web, what do you call that, webby stuff is spreading around. I don't know what it's called.
Webbed fingers? Because I know they call it webbed toes when you have skin between toes.
Yeah, but what do you call the actual things?
Skin? I don't know. Is there a name for that?
Probably.
Finger flaps?
Mm-hmm. I like the look of them hands there.
Yeah, I do too.
And there's his wide, very wide open mouth. Not very, very wide, but the various wide of the three. I'm having trouble today.
The various wide of the three.
The various widest of the three heads that he's got. That's how you say that in proper English.
You're so good at sentences.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's, I mean, this head's alright. I could see it being the favorite of some people's, but I think it's probably my least favorite. I like the other two a little better.
I think he almost looks happy.
Yeah, he does kind of look happy.
Like, yay!
Well, it could be like an attack face, maybe. I don't know. But still a good head. I just think I like the other two better. I guess I'll compare articulation on them. But the NECA one has a ball joint at the top of the neck and at the bottom of the neck. So he can look all over the place. Go up and down. The diamond select has it can just spin and sort of move up and down. I don't know. Doesn't nowhere near as good as the NECA one. And then the neck is at the shoulder. Got a hinge. Thinking this one's probably gonna be about the same. Yep, pretty much the same. Oh, this has a cut there though. Maybe NECA's does too. No, it does actually, right there. At the elbow area. And at the elbow area, there's a hinge.
It seems like this one should have, like, this character should have tons of articulation just because there's so many good ways to hide it.
Yeah. And there's a hinge there, and it can spin. So they kind of did it, their arms in this area a little different, but they can both move about the same. And then NECA's has a spinning joint there, and a hinge. And they have a spinning joint there, and a hinge. But it's not hidden very well. Very exposed. But not so exposed on the NECA one. Actually, it's kind of hard to see it.
Yeah. It doesn't look bad on the other one, though.
No. And then NECA has a joint up there. And a joint there, which is kind of tight.
It's probably because that rubbery plastic was stuck together.
And then Diamond Select has joints in the same places, basically. The top one moves about almost as good. The bottom doesn't move as well as the NECA one. And then you can do a split. Kick out there. Twist a little bit. And Diamond Selects can't really do a split very far. Not that it's really necessary to do a split, but you can't. Can't kick out as far. Twist there. Yeah, I think neck is just better at the hips. Then the knees. I think it's double jointed knees. Yeah. Double jointed knee. And it can spin. And they got a single joint that doesn't go very far. But yeah, I can spin at the thigh, but neck is better at the knee.
I haven't touched it yet, but isn't it on that one? Are those two middle pieces like rubbery plastic?
These are hard.
The other one.
These are rubber, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are hard plastic. He's all hard plastic. Everything's hard. But neck has got a few rubbery spots in the torso. Well, yeah, like even in the knees
probably
too.
Prevents some of the movement.
Yeah.
Is it hard plastic?
And down at the ankles. Tilt, spin, go up and down. And then diamond selects. Can't really do much at all. There's a joint there, but it doesn't really seem to work. Unless it's just stuck. I think it is. Still, yeah, not much though.
Big old pancake feet.
So I still really think that Diamond Lex is a good figure.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not as good as the NECAs.
What is that pose?
I don't know.
Is he trying to do a Michael Jackson dance or something?
Something. So yeah,
He's going, woohoo!
So yeah, if you just add the Diamond Select one, I think it's still a good one to have. But if I can only have one, I think I would go with the NECA one. It's just a little bit better. Or maybe a lot better.
Yeah, I think it's personal preference. They're both really good figures.
Yeah. So there's a creature next to some of the other NECA Universal Monsters Ultimate figures. And I put these 5 together because that's like 5 of the main ones, and also it's the Monster Squad. Well, not the Monster Squad, but the monsters that the Monster Squad is fighting in that movie. And I wish NECA would make them, but I don't know if they'll ever do that because they might not be as popular as these ones. Cool seeing them all together like that. And here's the bride, who doesn't really fit as well as the rest, I don't think, because she really only lasts for like 2 minutes or something. Yeah, these are the only NECA Ultimate Universal Monsters that I've gotten. I'm still not sure about the Phantom of the Opera. I still haven't seen him in person, but I might get him. I don't know. But I really like all these ones.
Mm-hmm.
They've done such an excellent job on all these guys.
Yeah, they all look really good. It's cool seeing them all together.
And Creature's the one so far that we got that really doesn't have a human face. Everybody else's faces are human or pretty close to being human, but his is very different. Okay, so I really do like this figure. I really like the face sculpts, all 3 of them, really well done. And I really like the detail of all the scales. You can zoom in, look real close. Scales look really nice. And the sort of fin-like things on his back and around his face. Like his bony hands. The color on him is pretty good too. Like we're saying, I'm not sure if the shade is correct. It's hard to tell really, since it was a black and white movie. But it's still really nice. I like how it has the gold highlights and everything. He's all nice and glossy like a fish creature should be. And his articulation is really good. Really good articulation on this guy. I do kind of wonder if they'll make a accessory set like they've done with Frankenstein, the Mummy, and Dracula, because it could use like a display stand so it could look like he's swimming or something like that, but I don't know if they'll make something like that for him. Yeah, I really like him. I think he's another excellent addition to the Universal Monsters horror line. He's a little different than the others, though, because all the others, you can see the actor's likeness in the sculpt and everything, which really makes them stand out. But for the creature, he's a guy in a suit, so you don't really get the actor's likeness, so it's just a little different with him. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, it's just different because you can't see his face, it's a mask. Still, that's a really cool figure.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job on it.
Yeah. Well, it's Mr. Evilcheese.
And don't forget.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Me! Oh, wait a second. I said that wrong. What I meant to say was, you fisherman! You know you're always invited to the monster party. So bring your fishy self and come to the monster party. Stop that! Fishy man, do you want to be uninvited to the monster party? Don't suck on Dracula's finger. What is wrong with you? You! Two fishy mans! You can't both come to the monster party. We only need one fishy man. Not two. 3 fishy mans? Wait. You back there. Weren't you the original fisherman from the monster party? What is going on here? You're confusing my poor little vampire brain. Well, who are you then? Stop that, you! What is wrong with you fishy people? My finger is not a worm. It's a finger. What? Who are you? Huh? And you? Another fishy man? How many fishy mans do we have here? We have 1 fishy man. 2 fishy men. 3 fishy men. 4 fishy men. And even 5 fishy men. I'm thinking maybe you fishy men should have your own fishy man party and decide which one of you is worthy of coming to the monster party. Because you can't all come. And you're a little weird creep. You got even got eyeballs. Don't you be sucking on my finger with them teeth. I don't know if I want you. You look sad. You look like a sad fishy boy. I think you're banned. I don't want no sad fishes. But anyway, decide. Decide before my cape falls off. Which one of you are coming?